Hey guys, today's video, I'm going to be discussing whether or not it's a good idea to get into private security if you want to have a law enforcement job. Now, I started off in private security at the age of 18 on my birthday. Actually, I showed up to a private security office at a local mall and I applied for a job and I got it. You know, I was very fortunate. That's in 1998. Okay, that's a long time ago. I have a lot of people in here that are aspiring to be private security guards, private security officers, armed security. They're inspiring to be private patrol operators. That's a fancy term for a private security company owner. And private investigators and those who are just interested in becoming law enforcement eventually, and they want to use private security as a stepping stone. So as a private security officer, first off, I want to start off with this is I interacted with a lot of the local law enforcement officers in my jurisdiction. That was West Covina Police Department, and I had a lot of respect for a lot of them. A lot of them respected me as well. I hold them in high regard, but there's some assholes that I have to deal with out there, and I always told myself that if I ever become a law enforcement officer, that I will never become like this officer. I'll never treat private security in this fashion. And that day happened. I became a law enforcement officer at the age of 21. And I still hold private security in high regard. I really respect what you guys do out there, those of you that are in the private security profession. And I never forget my roots, where I came from. Okay, I came from private security. Before that, I did 2 years as a West Covina police explorer. So I'll never forget those roots. Those two occupations, being a police explorer and a private security officer, that made my foundation of becoming a law enforcement officer. Okay, so the question is whether or not it's a good idea to become a private security guard before you become a police officer. And I'm going to say this: if you're stuck patrolling a vacant warehouse where there's no activity going on, you're wasting your time to try to use this experience in law enforcement. Try to concentrate on mall security. Okay, that it's going to help you because it's going to help you interact with people. It's going to help you learn how to resolve situations. It's going to teach you how to de-escalate violence as well. Okay, I think private security in malls, that type of experience is very important to have. Okay. If you're patrolling these vacant shopping centers where nothing's going on and you're not interacting with people, or any security job where you're not interacting with people, you're choosing a bad security post. Okay, and sometimes you do get to pick and choose. Okay, I work nightclub security. I have a lot of experience de-escalating situations and violent encounters. I have also experience in hotel and motel security. And again, that's a different ballpark of private security, and I do have experience with that. Apartment security, I've responded to a bunch of loud party or other disturbance calls. Domestic violence, yes, they do call private security, and have experience de-escalating situations as well. I have a lot of experience doing building searches at these apartments. Where I work in Orange County, you have a lot of illegal aliens in the area. Primarily Lake Forest area. You would find illegal aliens hiding in a lot of the vacant apartments. So you do a building search, you learn how to do a felony prone. You get that experience, the experience that I learned as a police explorer. I got to actually apply it in a real world situations. I also worked in hospital security. A lot of experience dealing with 5150s in California. That's the Welfare and Institution Code for somebody being placed on a behavioral health hold because of a mental issue where they're a danger to themselves or the public, or they're gravely disabled, meaning that they are not able to take care of the safety of themselves because of a mental condition. A lot of experience, a lot of fights, a lot of physical confrontations. I want to say that in about 2 years' time working in a hospital security environment, that's the equivalent of, I want to say maybe about a whole year's work of being a law enforcement officer, patrolling the city, with regards to the physical confrontations. Okay, I think that if you have higher interaction with a lot of people, it's a good stepping stone. Now, also, don't work in a company where they're just going to give you a write-up for anything, because that's going to prevent you from getting into law enforcement, because they have to do a background check on you. Okay, that was initially preventing me from getting hired in the first place, because there was one company I worked for, I got a lot of write-ups. Most of the write-ups I deserved. Most of the write-ups that you get as a private security professional, you probably deserve it. Okay, it's very rare that they're going to write you up for anything. If you have any doubts, let me know what the issue was, and I'll tell you if you should have got a write-up or not. Okay, again, just my honest opinion. I accept most of the write-ups that I got in my law enforcement and private security profession. Okay, I'm gonna own my mistakes. Okay, a lot of them were stupid, petty, but I shouldn't have made those mistakes. I mean, you're talking about checking a beat box. One day I didn't check my beat box for a post order. You're supposed to get the post for updated post order. I was supposed to collect it or go through the box at the beginning of the shift, and the supervisor noticed that I left a post order in the box, so I got written up maybe once or twice or 3 times for that. I should have learned the first time. I should have followed directions. Okay. Hope this video helps for you that are inspiring to be law enforcement officers. Oh, also, for college, okay, try to major in something that's not related to law enforcement. So maybe psychology, that would also help you out. Your majors in criminal justice and administration of justice, when you go through the police academy, you're going to learn a lot of this stuff all over again. Okay, so I do think it's a waste of time. I do have a bachelor's in criminal justice and a master's in public administration, and I did go through some law school. I think the law school helped me. Criminal justice degree and public administration degree. I would say it helps me. It did help me because I'm able to analyze situations a lot better. I'm more of an analytical thinker than I was before. But as for using that to get a job in law enforcement, it doesn't even help. Those degrees don't help at all. Oh, one more thing. If you can get experience in private security with high contact with people, I also recommend that you do jobs or get a job such as like a waiter, a waitress. Those jobs are extremely beneficial because you also learn how to de-escalate situations. You get angry customers, and you learn how to interact with people, be kind to them. In law enforcement, you're going to have to learn how to de-escalate situations. You're going to have to learn how to talk to people. And I think being in the restaurant business or any hospitality occupation will help you, and I think more than a private security job. Hope this video helps. Like, subscribe. If you have any other questions, please comment below. Thank you.